already know what it is. We're back at it again tonight. Talk about the match that just happened between the Toronto Raptors and the Orlando Magic. Not really a good night tonight, honestly. Raptors end up losing. We end up getting our ass spanked, 107 to 126. Embarrassing loss to say the least. Like we just got washed tonight. Like just nothing. Team was just like flat, like nothing there, nothing in the tank with this team. There's nothing there to be honest with you. Like team had nothing there, man. Honestly, oh man, it was a playing game today, a tournament playing game, and we ended up just. Uh, it was that kind of game tonight. Honestly, it was just flat, like nothing there. Pretty much absolutely nothing there. I'm not too fond of the match than what I saw tonight from our team. I don't think our team played any good. Um, Player of the game tonight for the Toronto Raptors was Scotty Barnes with 14 points, 8 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 steals. Just not a good night overall. Like honestly, just a pretty bad night. I wasn't feeling that at all. Jakob Poeltl ended up finishing with 22 minutes, 10 points, 10 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 block. OG Anunoby, 30 minutes, 11 points, 1 rebound, 4 assists, 3 blocks, plus minus on both of them, minus 13 on Jakob, minus 15 on OG. It was pretty much a negative minus game for everybody tonight. Nothing. Dennis Schroeder, 27 minutes, 24 points, 1 rebound, 1 steal, 1 assist. But it's just, I don't know, plus minus 11. Pascal Siakam, 30 minutes, 16 points, 2 rebounds, 8 assists, 1 steal. -7. Barnes, we already told you about that. Gary, 20 minutes, 3 points. Flynn, 18 minutes, 6 points. Boucher, 17 minutes, 3 points. Precious, 14 minutes, 5 points. Grady Dick, 11 minutes, 3 points. J, uh, J- Jalen McDaniels, 6 minutes, 5 points. Otto Porter, 4 minutes, 5 points. Gary Grant Temple, 3 minutes, 2 points. It was a bad night, man, overall for the team. Like it was just a bad night. Like real talks, nothing, nothing at all. Bad Tuesday night tournament game. I'm not happy about the performance from the team tonight, to be honest with you. I don't even want to go into the X's and O's about what happened tonight. Very embarrassing loss. Team flat, team laid an egg. Beat Detroit, come back tonight and just lose to Orlando. And then have a game tomorrow in a couple hours. Got to go all the way to Indiana to play. You know what I mean? So it's like we're virtually out of the playoffs. We're virtually out of the play-in tournament. Even if we beat Chicago on Friday, on Black Friday, we're not going to make it past the second round to the next the yeah, virtually out because it's like what, 2 more games, 2 more playing turn. Unless something miraculous happens, we beat Chicago, and then we beat the Nets. Highly unlikely. We'll probably be out of it. We're pretty much killed our tournament. Our playing unless some sort of strange things happen. I don't see us 2-2 going into the next reseeding of the play-ins. So we're out of that. 4 games, we're out of it. So I'm even exhausted. That game had me tired and bored. Just not happy right now. I could do a lot of other things, honestly, but I decided to cover this team, and just not impressed, man. Just not impressed at all. Not hyped up. They're not hyping me up. They laid an egg tonight. Pretty much garbage team. Everybody was flat tonight. I didn't get nothing to even excite me. Virtually down the whole entire game. And Scotty Barnes had Jalen people talking about Jalen Suggs again. Every time he plays Jalen Suggs stats come out of the woodworks and start yapping their mouths. Oh, we should have drafted Jalen. We should have never got Scotty. There's a bunch of guys over here in the Toronto area in the basketball world as well that are just like diehard Jalen Suggs fans. I don't know, for whatever, from his Gonzaga days. They're just obsessed with him. It is what it is. You could be obsessed with him if you like. If you like his game, you like his game. I ain't gonna sit down here and fault you for liking his game, but at the same time, it's like, come on, come on. Let's not get carried away. Like Jalen Suggs is not bringing anyone to the promised land. Jalen Suggs is not no revolutionary player. Like he's nothing that is even anything that we can. You know what I mean? Let's just keep it a beam with you guys. You know what I mean? Like honestly, like Jalen is Jalen at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Jalen Suggs never been a guy that, you know what I mean, I've ever like, you know what I mean? You see what I'm saying? He's never been a guy that I ever was too fond about. I'm not hating on him, good basketball player, but like, come on, man. Scotty Barnes was obviously the better pick, but we're gonna have to eat that in a nutshell, you know what I mean? And that's just what it is. We're gonna have to eat that in a nutshell. We drafted him, we drafted we and at the end of the day it's not Scotty. I can't blame it all on Scotty, right? Like when you have guys when your second best player is Pascal Siakam and he's just giving you a night. Pascal will give you a big night today. Give you a terrible night tomorrow. Just like he did against Detroit. And then he does again tonight. Look how much points Pascal scored tonight. That means 16 points in 30 minutes. We're not winning nothing with 16 points in 30 minutes. Let's just keep it 100. We're not winning anything with 16 points in 30 minutes. And that's just what it is. Like, though I'm not happy about our performance tonight, no, I'm not satisfied. Like, like what are we doing? Like, I don't know. Are we playing to go to the playoffs? The other day, I don't know what came on my timeline. They had Raptors projected to get the third overall pick. I was like, oh, is that where we're going? Oh Lord. If we're going to talking about draft picks now, then you might as well just offload all the players and just start losing from now. I'm not a fan of tanking, but bro, if we're gonna lose, let's just lose it outright, straight up and down. That's the way I look at it. If we're gonna lose, we gotta lose, bro. Yo, Raptors with bad habits. No, real talks, yo, Liam, you're real talks. We have a lot of bad habits. That's a great way of pointing it out and stating it. We do have bad habits, bro. We're just a bad team filled with bad habits, and you can see it out there on the court. I don't know what their practices are looking like. I don't know if they practice hard. I don't even know what these guys practice on, honestly. They look like a team that just kind of plays good here and plays good there. You play really good against Boston, play a tough nail biting team, and lose to them, and then you come to Orlando and you lose to Orlando. You beat Detroit up and then you lose to Orlando, bro. Like, who is this team? Like, what is this team really? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, what is this team? Like, what are we doing right now? Like, you know what I mean? You feel me? Like, you know what I mean? I don't know, man. Honestly, I think this team is just like, this team has a lot missing, a lot that has to be filled, a lot of voids that need to be. There's just so much bad. This team just has so much bad things going on, man. There's just no identity. Exactly. We have no identity. I was even asking myself when they were playing. I was like, who are the Toronto Raptors at this point? Like when we look at them, it's like, what are we? Like who is this team? Like what is this team? What is this team about? Like who are this team? Who are the Toronto Raptors? That's a question that we need to ask. Who are the Toronto Raptors at this point? Because I don't even know who they are. When I watch them play tonight, I'm just like, bro, who is this team? No, that's a really good way of pointing it out. Like honestly, Liam, you're speaking real facts. It's just like you win one and then you lose you lose you're gonna lose two games? That's what the Raptors MO is now. It's like let's win one and let's lose two. We can't even get on a winning streak at this point. Like we're just losing, we're winning, then losing, then losing, then winning, then losing, then losing. It's just like, dude, we can't just keep this up, man. It's not sustainable. It's not sustainable for the fan base. It's not sustainable for anybody at this point. You know what I mean? My thing is this real talks is like if we're gonna really go out there and win a championship or go out there and compete with the best, we have to beat teams. These are bottom feeder teams. We can't even beat them. Like what are we fucking doing, man? Like what are we doing? This is one of the worst performances I've seen tonight from the Raptors, man. They laid an egg tonight, man. I'm not even appeased. I'm not happy. I'm not even entertained by this team what I saw tonight. I think this team looked terrible tonight. That's my honest opinion, bro. They look horrible. You know what I mean? Like they look really bad. This is bad basketball. This is really, really bad. Like honestly, like this is boring even talking about them. Like I don't even like I don't want to cover a losing team. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't get hyped up to cover a terrible product and try to convince you that this product is really good. You know what I mean? Orlando's not a bottom feeding team, bro. Jamal, man, Jamal. According to who, Orlando's not a bottom feeding team. What has Orlando done? Who does Orlando? Who? What? I haven't seen Orlando. Where's Orlando been? I don't think. Do you know what the Toronto Raptors are? Do you know what the Toronto Raptors are? Like, bro, Go look at our track record last 10 years. Do you know where we are? Like Orlando's not even in our competition. This is not even a team. I'm talking about Raptors as a franchise. This is not a team that we even rate. We played them in the playoffs. They beat us one time, and then we beat them. We beat them. We gave them a ass whooping four straight. That was the last time I heard about Orlando. I haven't heard from Orlando since Dwight Howard, Hito Turkoglu. Like, who the hell are the Orlando Magics? They haven't done anything against us. Honestly, don't know this is not a fun team to watch at all. It's not. It's getting back to last year. Around last year, there's a time around like the flip, man. It was like around January, February. It was like, bro, some bad basketball. Like they were not appealing at all, man. And at the end of the day, now we have to start looking at upper management. We got to start looking at Ujiri, Bobby Webster. We got to start looking at these guys, and these guys are going to be the ones to blame. Jamal, what is Orlando if they're not a bottom feeding team? Talk to me. Are you an Orlando Magic fan? You a Raptor fan? Where you from, Jamal? Jamal, where you from? You know what I mean? You gotta talk to me. Where are you from, bro? Because I want to know. Because you're telling me right now that Orlando is not a bottom feeding team, and I'm telling you I believe they are a bottom feeding team. So like, talk to me. Like, where are you from, bro? Honestly, you know what I mean? Yo, what do you say? Got to keep your eyes on Orlando or open if that's all you know about Orlando. Bro, where you from, bro? Mystery man, bro. Where you from, bro? Where you from, bro? Because at the end of the day, I'm not really paying attention to Orlando. Fill me in. If you have some intel on Orlando that I don't know about, please let me know. Because the Orlando that I know isn't really ain't saying anything. They haven't done anything. They haven't won anything. You know what I mean? Toronto Raptors won the Eastern Conference title. They won the NBA championship. They've been the Eastern Conference Finals multiple times. You know what I mean? Like, dude, and they've won Coach of the Years. They've had Finals MVPs. They've had all that stuff. Tell me something about Orlando. You know what I mean? Because I'm not really. Are you an Orlando guy, bro? Where you from? You from Florida? Because man, I don't know. I'm not really. Orlando's not on my radar, bro. I don't know. Last time I looked on the standings, they were like eighth. They were in a plane. They're playing for a playing spot, bro. That was the last I saw from Orlando. So I don't know. You got to fill me in on something. If you know something that I don't know, please let me know. Cause is this like a new team? Is there something going on that I don't know about? Like, talk to me, man. You know what I mean? You tell me to keep my eyes on them. They're in eighth place, bro. I'm not really checking for the eighth place team, bro. I'm usually keep checking my eyes on the top three teams. Boston. You know what I mean? Milwaukee. You know what I mean? Teams like that. 76ers. Those are the teams I'm looking at. I'm not really checking for those bottom feeder squads. Teams at the bottom of the barrel. You know what I mean? Straight up and down. It's like if you're looking for a broad, you're not going to be looking for a broad that's like a seven or not even or a three or four, bro. You're looking for the tens, bro. I mean, you're looking for creme de la cremes, bro. I don't see it with Orlando. Like Orlando's not a team that they're not a team that's very appealing to me. But what are you seeing, Jamal? Talk to me, man. 'Cause I'm just not seeing it, honestly. I don't know. I'm not seeing anything from Orlando, to be honest with you. I think Pablo Banchero had a pretty good game. He's a good player. I like what I see from him. Jalen Suggs played really good. Obviously, because his Toronto. Jalen Suggs, for those who don't know, has a Toronto fan base, a quote unquote Toronto fan base, led by guys like Amateur Hour and them who don't like Scotty Barnes, who basically um, find any way they can to discredit Scotty Barnes and talk smack behind Scotty's back. Because they don't like Scotty, because they wanted Jalen Suggs to be a Toronto Raptors. They thought Jalen Suggs was the answer. But the reality is, it's just like, I don't know, man. I don't really see it from Jalen Suggs. You know what I mean? I don't see it. But a lot of people do. So, hey, it is what it is. I'm just saying, Scotty Barnes to me is probably the better player. He has a higher trajectory. Jalen Suggs is a good player, don't be wrong. Who knows? Maybe one day we'll end up getting Jalen Suggs again. That'll make a lot of these Toronto guys happy. You know what I mean? But I still think Scotty Barnes is the you know what I mean? He's the present and the future. So we got to just rock with him. You know what I mean? The problem is, unfortunate part is Scotty Barnes doesn't have anyone who can show him how to do this on a consistent night. His quote unquote star player Pascal Siakam is very inconsistent. He's not a star. He's not a superstar. He's none of that. And at the end of the day, it's kind of like he says, "Yo, Magic fan, you guys are a different team now. You need to more guard play." Yo, dude, you're okay. I see what you're saying. You're a Magic fan. Are you from Orlando? Cause yo, you're right. We do need more guard play. And yo, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Shout out to Jamal over here, yo. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're right. We need. The problem is we do need more guard play, but also the biggest problem is too is we need another star. We have That's the problem with the Raptors. Raptors don't have another star. Like one thing about us is guard play. You're right. We have Dennis Schroeder, and then we don't really have any consistency we don't have Malachi Flynn. He hasn't given me anything to cheer about. We had Delano Banton. I thought he was going to give us a tall point guard, a 6'9" point guard who could dribble and bring the ball up the court. But problem was Masai Ujiri let him go too early instead of freaking keeping him. Now Boston's just stashing him away, and they could do what they want with him. And I heard even the Spurs want him too. So it's kind of like, yo, and then it's like Malachi doesn't give us anything. Banton gave us some when we saw spurts and flashes of things when he played, but Nick Nurse didn't play him the much he should have played him. Unfortunately, Nick Nurse was out here coaching scared. So and we're relying too much on Frederick. You know what I mean, Fred Van Fleet, who whatever he was doing, what he was doing, and it was kind of like, you get what I'm saying? He was jacking up his shots or whatever he was doing, his jack up thing or whatever he does. You know what I mean? Yo, it says that was supposed to be OG. You're right. OG problem is OG's inconsistent. OG, what did OG give us tonight? OG gave us nothing tonight, bro. Like, and this isn't me taking shots at OG, but I've been stressing the same thing with OG every night. OG will give you a good game today and then a trash game tomorrow. OG Anunoby tonight, 11 points. Like, what is he doing? And Masai Ujiri's hoarding this guy. There's so many teams that are interested in his services. Make a trade so we can start moving to the next step. OG Anunoby, Pascal Siakam should be long gone by now, and we got to start with a different look. But it's like, what do we have? You know what I mean? I'm still trying to figure this out. Like, what do we have? Bro, I don't even see a guy with killer handles on this squad. There's no guy who can dribble, who's driven the ball like it's a yo-yo, and you know what I mean? Literally, it's like he got spider webs all over the ball. There's no guy like that on this team. So, like, what are we doing at this point? People are like, oh, just defense. It's like, bro, come on, bro. Come on, bro. Oh, yeah, OG always hurt, man. He stays hurt. He's forever hurt, man. Injury prone, man. Dude will play 2 games today, 3 games maximum, and then he's out for a couple. Like that's how he always is. He's not gonna give you a consistent run of a bunch of games. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like he's always hurt. He's gonna get hurt again, and he'll get hurt. He'll get hurt numerous times this season. And then what's gonna happen is Masai's gonna go and throw him a boatload of money to keep him happy and keep him smiling. And you know what I mean? At the end of the day, just let him go, man. Just let him go. Like, what are we doing? We got to get guys who can actually play with Scotty, man. Like, I'm sorry, but like, who can play with Scotty on this team right now? Dennis Schroeder's a good player, but it's just like Dennis can only do so much. I have no problem with Dennis. It says, "Yo, I will, I will say this. 2 years ago, this would have been an easy win with 50 points from Fred and Pete Pascal with 30. No, no, you're facts. You're right. Or even when we had Kyle in them, it would have been easy. Kyle would have dropped 20. Kyle would have been on these guys. Kyle would have been on these guys. Kyle's a good player. He had a good motor, good handle, good shot. He was a sniper out there. Kyle Lowry, man, could attack the rack, can get to the free throw line. Just he could do so much, bro. It's like you miss these guys when you start to see what we're missing. Like you start to see all the voids that we hadn't have. You're right. We would have freaking washed this team easily. Raptors in their heyday. But what do we're like what bro from 2013 all the way till 2021, maybe 2020. We'd have washed Orlando. 2021, we'd have washed Orlando. All three, we could have played them 100 times. We'd have whooped their ass every single time. Like that's it. They would have probably beaten us maybe one time, and that was because of an off, because we are playing off. But we'd have whooped them 99% of the times. That's how good we were. Now it's like I don't even know. I don't even know if we're better than Orlando. I don't know who we're better than. Outside of Detroit, I don't know who we're better than. You know what I mean? Like we built Milwaukee and then we lose to Milwaukee. It's just like I don't know, man. It says, yo, when it's time for Flynn, not good enough. When it's time to say Flynn, not good enough in the NBA. No, no, it's truly and true facts. It's facts. He's not. Flynn's not good, man. Flynn can't do anything. He can't give me. Flynn can't give us anything. Flynn can't give me anything out there. I can't get nothing from Flynn. Real talks. I can't get nothing from him. I'm just getting a mediocre team to say the least. There's nothing Flynn is giving me at this point. Absolutely nothing. He isn't giving me anything to even sit down here and cheer about. There's the only outside of Scotty, Dennis Schroeder. Those have been some of the most consistent guys. Those are the two most consistent. Everybody else is not giving me nothing out there, man. I'm not getting nothing from any of these guys, to be honest with you. Absolutely nothing. And it's just like, bro, go look on Twitter. This guy Masai Ujiri's trending for all the wrong reasons. Everyone's talking about him, and it's just like, bro, what are we doing at this point? This is where we've gotten to. Like, we've gotten from a team where people respected, feared, people were revered us. People were like, bro, this team is a dark horse. People were talking. We were like literally in underground hoops talks. Everyone's talking about us. Mainstream media tried not to cover us. People were just talking. We were talking about in the sports world, the gambling world, Vegas, all of them were talking about the Toronto Raptors. Bro, they don't even look at us no more. We're an afterthought, bro. When you ask teams about, they don't even care about us. We're like that mid-major team that just sunk. You know what I mean? Like, dude, we were like freaking Boise State, bro. When Boise State was hot, we were like one of those kind of teams. It was just spanking teams. People were like, oh, watch out for them. Messed around, we fucked around and won a championship. That's how bad we were. That's how bad we were. A badass team. We were cold. We were cold. We ain't even cold no more. Like we just like we not even we not even mid, bro. We expired out there. We look expired like a bad bag of bread, bro. Have you ever seen bread that expired that starts molding and stuff? The fuck is going on with this team, man? Bruh. The fuck is going on with the Raptors, yo? We gotta start figuring this shit out, yo. Honestly, because we don't have a lot of time. You feel me? We don't have a lot of time. Like honestly, time is not on our side, yo. Yo, identity looks a problem. Is Pascal Siakam or Barnes team? At this point, it's probably Barnes team. Pascal Siakam. Pascal Siakam is if we don't make the playoffs without Pascal Siakam, not the play in the playoffs. It's time for them to unload. Pascal Siakam's days are numbered here. He can go somewhere else. He can go get a payday in Portland or go to New York or Brooklyn or wherever he wants to go, and he can go get a payday over there. At the end of the day, it was good. Your service were great, but it's no longer needed. Adios. OJ Anunoby, same thing. You can go to LA or go play for whatever team, New Orleans or wherever, you know what I mean, Atlanta or wherever you want to go play for. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, it's just like, bro, services are no longer needed. Adios. Adios. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, we're at that point where it's just like, what are we doing? What are we doing? If we're paying guys big dollars and they can't perform, what are we doing? The whole team needs to go. Outside of maybe, of course, you're gonna keep the Dennis Schroeders, Jakob Pertles, and the Scotty Barnes, right? But everybody else, they can get up and go, can pack their bags, and we can start rebuilding from scratch, bro. We could really rebuild. We keep Grady Dick as well. We could let go of Gary Trent. We could let everybody on that team. Everyone could go. Everyone pack your bags. Your services are no longer needed. You can go to Europe. You can go play for another NBA team. You're going to play in China. You can go play wherever the hell you want to play, but you're not going to play for the Toronto Raptors anymore if you're going to play basketball like this. Bro, this team sucks. This team sucks at this point. It's like they're so inconsistent. It's like, well, go look at my last stream versus Detroit. I'm excited. Spanked that out, kept it pushing. And then go look at tonight. It's like, what's going on, yo? Yo, Messiah and Bobby have no idea what they're doing, what identity this team is going to be. No, I agree with you. They don't have an idea, and I can't sit on you and blame the coach. The guy just got there. Guy's trying to figure this out himself, bro. I'm just like me. I'm watching it, trying to figure out. It's like everybody's trying to watch them. At this point, it's like when do the players actually just get up and go out there and do their damn thing? And these are questions that we need to start asking. When can we just get up there and go do the damn thing? This is questions that we need to ask, bro. We can't beat anyone, bro. Yo, bro, could this be Nick Nurse effect? Philly looks good team. Nick Nurse wanted out of here. He didn't want to be here no more. The reality was we were in a playoff seeded team, and Nick Nurse said, I don't know about the season. I got to evaluate where I want to do. Nick Nurse checked out. He didn't want to be here no more. If Nick Nurse wanted to be here, Nick Nurse could have stayed in Toronto, but he didn't want to be here no more because he saw the writing on the wall. He's go look at his burner account on Twitter. He's talking about how certain guys thing is unfixable. Gary Trent, he's talking about Scotty this and that. He didn't want to be here. He was Pascal is not the guy. This is that. He's seen it all. He saw the writing on the wall. So the minute the 76ers came in, that's more now. Now that's more up his envelope. That gives him some fire. That gives some energy because they got good pieces. They got what's this guy's name over here? The point guard. That guy's fast. I forgot his name. Tyrese Maxey, really good player. They have a lot of good players. They have a lot of pieces there. They have a lot of pieces, and Nick Nurse can utilize them. Nick Nurse has he has Embiid, he has this, he has that. There's so many guys he has that he could use to go out there and get things done. And it's kind of like, you know what I mean? It's just like, yo, sometimes you got to give some. You got to sometimes you need like the Raptors. He didn't want to be here, and at the end of the day, understandable because of he started seeing that these guys were so limited. They couldn't do what they were supposed to do. So he saw the writing and he realized he's like, okay, I'm not getting another Kawhi Leonard, Kyle Lowry, these veteran guys. I'm not getting these kind of guys anymore. So it's like, oh, I'm not getting this, you know what I mean? So it's like, okay, I'm gonna have to do what I can do. And I can only do what I can do. And that's basically what happened. That's what he had to do. You get what I'm saying? So it is what it is, at this point. Like real talks, yo. You know what I mean? You come from coaching a veteran team, and then now it's like you have some guys who are vets, but then you have a lot of young guys and a lot of guys who haven't really done anything. And that's what the Raptors are at this point. They have a lot of guys who ain't done anything. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, it's just like, yo, it eventually weighs out on you, bro. Like, you know what I mean? You burn out. Like, you know what I mean? That's how life is. You know what I mean? He burnt out. He didn't want to be here no more. He's not. Is it now? I think he's one of those guys who needs something that's already made. He's not the type of guy who's going to win with some. You can give Nick Nurse a bunch of average players and go out there and win because he's not that type of coach. Like he's not a coach's. To me, the people try to say he's a coach's coach. I don't believe he's a coach's coach. I think he's a good coach, but he's not a coach's coach. Nick Nurse knows his team wasn't good enough from the beginning. Exactly, and that's all it boils down to. He wants something where he could at least Nick Nurse. If you look at Nick Nurse, his championship was already tailor made. Dwayne Casey built that team. He took his he all he got was Kawhi. He inherited Kawhi Leonard. He by accidentally got Kawhi Leonard. He even inherited him. He by accidentally got Kawhi Leonard. He inherited everything else, all the riches he had, and then he just ran with it basically. That's all it boils down to, you know? Yeah, if not a free agent destination, then you really got to hit the draft. Exactly, the draft, and you got to hit the trade market. It's the trade market. Zach Levine's in the thing. I think Zach Levine is a guy that we should probably start looking at getting. Maybe bringing DeMar DeRozan back home. If we want to salvage this season, I think maybe Zach Levine or DeMar DeRozan. Bring it. If we get DeMar DeRozan once we go to the playoffs, because he gives us a different look. He gives us a different dynamic with the mid-range game, something that we're lacking. You know what I mean? This team doesn't really, they don't really have a thing. So he would give us a different look. Zach Levine would give us another look too, but I don't think they're going to pull the plug on Zach. I think Masai wants a clean slate. Now, as far as draft picks go, I don't know. You guys got to tell me what you see. If you're watching the NCAA or Euro basketball or you're watching freaking whatever, I don't know, junior college or whatever Chinese league or whatever the hell you're watching, you know what I mean? Freaking South American league. If you're watching that and you see some talented guys, let me know. If you see some hoopers out there from, I don't know, somewhere, let me know. Yeah, Zach Levine's very available from his camp. Yeah, I agree, he is, but I'm sure he's going to go to certain destinations. Zach Levine's at that point where he probably wants to win now. He's looking at it like, okay, I want to maybe go somewhere I could win, somewhere I could be a contribute, and actually lead my team somewhere. So I don't blame Zach Levine for that. You know what I mean? I don't think he wants to be here anymore. I think his time is up over here at the end of the day. It's like, yo, I mean, I mean, like his time is up with Chicago at least. I don't think he's interested in anything going on with the Toronto Raptors right now, and I don't blame him. Right now, we're not really a marketable destination unless the season, if they can salvage the season and start winning some games, which is still not. It's never too late, right? You know, what I mean, let's be real. Season still infant stages of the season, bro. Like we're not even we're only in November right now, bro. Guys, we still got September, we still got December, January, February, March. So it's like, and then we got April. So we still have a lot of time, a lot of ground to cover. You know what I mean? But anyways, yo, I'm wrapping the stream up, guys. We'll be back on Tuesday. Salute to everyone for coming. Salute to Jamal. Salute to Liam and the whole Raptors nation out there, yo. Signing out. Adios. Peace.